Hey, fellow dungeon masters and fellow dragon masters. If you're like me, you have connected to Lego recently because of Dungeons and Dragons, right? And we are now understanding that we build Dungeons and Dragons canon, we build Dungeons and Dragons lore, we build Dungeons and Dragons campaigns, brick by brick, right? Not just page by page anymore. And this is a huge change. So I wanted to have a little bit of some real talk with you because I've had some struggles and I wanted and I didn't want to complain. I want to encourage you guys, right? Because I was able to kind of punch through a little bit on this, but I also want to set some expectations. So you're looking at the Royal Atreides Ornithopter in mid build, okay? And I want to talk about this right here, right? So this right here, this you see that blue pipe back there? That is a turning gauge, right? Like a gear. And this has turned out to be an incredibly complicated build, and I'm really struggling with it. And so one of the things I did was I was, moving along. It's got thousands of parts, right? And I got this one Lego width, one stud length wrong. It was too low, right? And I had to fix it on both sides, right? But this is already in flight, right? Like you could see, like this was really gnarly, right? And I had to pull these pieces apart, and I was able to pull these pieces out and re-put them in without tearing this entire build apart, right? But I really thought that there was a moment where I thought I was going to have to pull this entire build apart. And I just wanted to encourage you. I think sometimes, and Dungeons and Dragons isn't about fun. Dungeons and Dragons is about challenging yourself at every level and improving yourself and growing and transforming. And I was looking at Lego to be this Zen project where I could sit down and just relax. But increasingly, especially on these larger builds, you got to pay hyper close attention, right? Like, you can't just sit down at put the TV on and click some bricks together, right? You really have to pay attention, and that was new for me. That was something I had to figure out, right? And it's still possible that I may need to break this entire thing apart and rebuild it. And that was causing me a lot of agita, right? And I just wanted to encourage you that just remember when you encounter difficulty in Dungeons and Dragons, there's a reason for it, right? Like, and I build Lego as a dungeon master. I don't, that's the part that's cool now. But remember, Gary meant to challenge us. He meant to change us.